Hey, I'm Gerardo Del Real. I'm here at my home in Austin, Texas, and I have to say I am extremely excited about an event we're hosting very soon, the Smallcap Commodity Supercycle Summit on Wednesday, December the 22nd. As you might know, inflation is now through the roof. It's not transitory, and it's driving prices for commodities like copper and coffee to levels not seen in a decade or more. Just in 2021, lumber was up 63%, copper was up 46%, aluminum was up 67%, and oil was up more than 100%. And things that are harder to track, like rare earth minerals and lithium prices, are absolutely through the roof, if you can get them at all. The London Metals Exchange was worried recently that it was going to run out of metal. And it's all being driven by inflation and the trillions being spent on renewable energy. That's why we're hosting the Smallcap Commodity Supercycle Summit on Wednesday, December the 22nd, to show you how to maximize profits during the commodity supercycle that we're entering now. Want to turn every $1,000 you invest into $10,000 or more? That's the goal of the 3-step trigger system we'll be going over this Wednesday. Commodity prices typically go in decades-long cycles. Their prices get bid up to encourage new supply to come online, and once that supply comes online, prices begin to fall until the cycle is complete. It's easy to see if you look at a chart of a commodities index that tracks prices for things like aluminum, copper, corn, wheat, cattle, and other essentials. Plain as day, the last commodity supercycle kicked off in the mid-1990s, with prices rising higher until 2008. Commodity prices then fell for over 10 years. Today, the money printing response to COVID has kicked off a new commodity supercycle that is set to deliver profits for over a decade. And not only is it being fueled by the trillions of dollars global governments have printed as part of COVID stimulus, it's also being driven by the additional trillions being spent to fight climate change and transition the world to cleaner energy. Clean energy requires commodities, lots of them. And the tiny mining stocks that find those commodities, like the lithium for the batteries and the rare earths for the wind turbines and the silver for the solar panels. Those stocks are capable of delivering some of the largest and fastest returns in the entire stock market. Trading tiny resource stocks is my favorite thing to do. There's nothing quite like the thrill of making your first triple-digit return on a microcap mining stock. It never gets old. Over the course of my career, I've been able to make dozens of triple-digit winners. During the last cycle, I even made quadruple-digit returns like 7,042% on a mining company named Quest Rare Minerals. Gains like that change your life. It certainly changed mine. But only if you know where to look and when to buy them. And that's exactly what we'll be covering on Wednesday, December 22nd in the Smallcap Commodity Supercycle Summit. We'll reveal the simple system I've put together that allows me to consistently turn up big winners from tiny mining stocks. I've been very fortunate. Thanks to all of the networking I've done over the years, I've slowly become on a first-name basis with the who's who insiders of the resource world. I give talks at the New Orleans Investment Conference every year alongside other big names in the resource space like Rick Roll and Jim Rickards. And every year I meet with resource industry top brass at the Beaver Creek Investment Summit in the beautiful mountains of Colorado. It's attended by billionaires and by all of the most powerful investors in the resource world. That's how I learn what's moving and when. And then I take it one step further. I specialize in the junior mining companies that are exploring for and developing new projects. The gains they provide in the process, especially when prices are rising, can be historic because of the leverage they offer investors. And prices are certainly rising now. They are inflating higher at the onset of a new commodity supercycle. If you know how to trade them, you can make an absolute fortune. Professional investors have been paying for my advice about how to do this for over a decade now. I've consulted on behalf of billionaires' portfolios and written high-priced reports for strategic resource investment clients around the globe. It's all because of the system I've designed that narrows down thousands of tiny mining companies to just those about to achieve needle-moving catalysts. Trading around these catalysts is how I've made my money over the years. There are a lot of factors involved, but it can be summed up in 3 stages: the macro, the micro, and the trigger. And I'll be covering all 3 of these stages and how to use them yourself in the summit on Wednesday, December the 22nd. With my help, anyone can make money on tiny commodity stocks. I do all of the legwork and then boil it down to actionable advice that could make you life-changing returns. And I'm putting my own money into these trades, so I have real skin in the game. I believe we're going to see bigger returns on base and precious metals in this commodity supercycle than we ever have before. You already saw prices for nearly everything rocket higher this year, but only in the past few weeks has inflation really started to make headlines. We're in a commodity super cycle, and as I'll show you on Wednesday, December the 22nd, it's just getting started. I got into trading junior mining stocks to secure my family's financial future, plain and simple. And the reason I'm talking to you today is because I want to help others do exactly the same. I want you to see what it's like to make 10 times your money on a life-changing mining stock, starting with revealing my 3-step trading process in the summit on Wednesday. So please make sure you put it in your calendar. Wednesday, December the 22nd. We'll send out the link at 11 a.m. Eastern. I really look forward to seeing you then. You owe it to yourself to learn how to make a fortune trading resource stocks just like I did. I look forward to showing you how at the Smallcap Commodity Supercycle Summit.